In Indonesia?
Ya, saya semua nama saya Kadir. Aku orang Turki. Bisa berbicara bahasa tapi aku orang Turki. Itu sebelumnya aku tidak pasti untuk bahasa itu. Kapan bahasa itu saya tidak cukup, aku bisa berbicara bahasa Inggris.
Bisa bicara bahasa Inggris ya? Oke, mungkin mengawali supaya ini could you introduce yourself to our listeners?
Okay. My name is Kadir. I'm from Turkey, originally from Turkey. I'm working in a automotive company in my country as a translator. Juga aku berdiplom bisa berbicara 5 bahasa, tidak cuma bahasa Indonesia.
Apa saja?
Aku bahasa Turki, bahasa Inggris. Aku suka memperbaiki.
Iya. Mas Kadir, nama panjangnya Kadir siapa? Dengan tamu saya nanti tidak bisa secara langsung karena beliau ada di Bandung, dan kita bakal ngobrol banyak tentang perjalanan beliau sampai Indonesia dan bagaimana beliau mengenal Indonesia dan apa sih sebenarnya motivasinya untuk jalan-jalan dan eksplor banyak Indonesia. Baik, sekarang saya sapa dulu. Selamat malam. Halo, selamat malam.
Selamat malam.
Iya, suara saya bisa kedengar dengan jelas? Halo. Iya, bisa dengan jelas, tapi suaranya kok belum masuk ini Mas Dasta. Bisa dibantu Mas Dasta, suaranya bisa masuk. Mas Dasta. Ini ya? Oh iya. Sama dengan tamu saya nanti, udah dipelajari apa sulit untuk dipelajari? Dibandingkan bahasa-bahasa asing yang ada bahasa yang lain?
Grammatically, there is no hardness on this language because it's like I express it like a puzzle language. Aku suka makan nasi and aku suka makan nasi. It's almost like only one word more, one word less. That's why it's not like a grammatic like Spanish, grammatic like Arabic or English. That's why, on that perspective, even Turkish is the third hardest language in the world. That's why, if I compare Turkish and Bahasa, of course it's easy process for learning me.
Yeah. Mas Adil, which place in Indonesia your favorite so far and why? Which place in Indonesia in your favorite place so far and why? Yeah, which place in Indonesia is your favorite so far and why?
Exact choices. If I say Bandung, I make a PT position for Jakarta. If I say Jakarta, I feel PT for Bandung. I cannot make a comparing. But even I'm foreigner, I cannot on this position to compare about cities. But I travel Jakarta so much, even north, south, east, and west part. Visited different countries, more than almost 10 countries. And Jakarta real like capital, like lights, like economy, like show itself, like a real presenting the country. That's why if I just compare cities that I visited, I can say Jakarta is my favorite until now.
Jakarta is a big city, but Kebumen is a small city. Why did came to Kebumen? Yeah, Jakarta is a big city, the capital of Indonesia, but Kebumen is a small city, very small city. Why do you interesting come to Kebumen?
Why I came to a small city? I am an adventurous person about my travels. I don't like only luxury lights and big things. I also like to see other side of metal. That's why even it's started from regular Spain. I also visited very small cities, small vacation, even villages. That's why I made a random investigation about which city can like satisfy me about my view. I saw Jakarta and I'm doing that, but what is the opposite side? Like a real people, real nature, even animals on the street. Which one? And generally my investigations show that Kebumen is a good example to satisfy me about my adventurous side.
Aifa bisa dibantu untuk menjelaskan pada teman Mas FM? Mudah dipelajari apa sulit untuk dipelajari?
Halo. Oke, bisa kedengar suara saya? Suara saya bisa kedengar dengan jelas di situ? Oke. Iya. Saya bersama Mas Kadir dan juga ada Mbak, saya agak lupa namanya. Afifah ya, Mbak Afifah. Oke, Mas Kadir dari Turki, mungkin can you speak in Indonesia?
Ya, nama saya Kadir. Aku orang Turki. Bisa berbicara bahasa, tapi aku orang Turki. Itu sebelumnya aku tidak fasih untuk bahasa Indo. Kapan bahasa Indo saya tidak cukup, aku bisa berbicara bahasa Inggris.
Bisa berbicara bahasa Inggris ya. Oke, mungkin mengawali supaya ini could you introduce yourself to our listeners?
Okay. My name is Kadir. I'm from Turkey, originally from Turkey. I'm working in a automotive company in my country as a translator. Juga aku polyglot, bisa berbicara 5 bahasa, tidak cuma bahasa Indonesia.
Apa saja?
Aku bahasa Turki, bahasa Inggris, bahasa Spanyol, bahasa Azerbaijan, bahasa Indonesia tapi sedikit, belajar dan berbicara bahasa Arabi sedikit juga, bahasa Farsi juga. Tidak Farsi, saya tidak Farsi, tapi aku suka memperbaiki.
Iya. Mas Kadir, nama panjangnya Kadir siapa? Oke, apa motivasi Kadir untuk perjalanan keliling, terutama ke Indonesia? Dan dari mulai kapan?
Motivasi untuk cuma bahasa Indonesia atau belajar bahasa sama traveling. Yeah, actually my story starts like before coronavirus period. On that time, I had a good and freelance job about like a clothing system. On that time, I was making some YouTube videos and some Indonesian people interested that video process, and they asked me the job period. Even still, on my YouTube channel, you can see some of my old cooperators video, like thanks about me and something. And after that, we made a step by step, and they didn't understand my Turkish and English, so I decided to learn their language. And after that, after coronavirus period, there was a fire in my inside about traveling around the world, and so I started with the Indonesia, and it's about finance, of course, but after set up enough financial setup for myself, I started with the Indonesia. Aku pernah ke Indonesia in Juni. It was my first time, and I had very limited time, and then I amazed. And after that, this December, I decided to come again.
Ya, Mbak Iva bisa dibantu untuk menjelaskan kepada pendengar apa yang disampaikan Mas Kadir tadi.
Iya, jadi awal mulanya di tahun 2019 ini Mas Kadir ada kenalan lewat aplikasi bahasa Inggris sama orang Indonesia. Nah, di situ mulai kerjasama untuk seperti kerja online. Jadi ada aplikasi di Rusia, ada kerjaan dari sana ya, kerjaan online ya.
Yeah.
Mungkin bisa sampaikan atau ditanyakan kalau mau lebih tahu lebih dalam lagi. Dari situ sekitar
it took around 1 year. During 1 year, we made a good cooperation with Indonesian people. Even they weren't like a professional engineers. They were housewives, they were students, they were just graduated people. We made very good cooperation with respect. Of course, sometimes we made mistakes and we are all human, but somehow during 1 year and about 15 months, we had a very good cooperation. We worked together,
Okay.
family each other.
Yeah. What did you know about Indonesia before come here?
About Indonesia is so much for me because aku suka investigasi tentang seluruh dunia. Sebabnya aku punya informasi cukup. Aku sudah punya informasi cukup tentang seluruh dunia plus Indonesia juga. I started to investigate the Indonesia since first election period of old President Jokowi. Even on that time, I know it. Also, I know that something about economies. It was a big inflectionist period in Indonesia in 1997. That's why your money's value is a little bit like a big zero at the end of the money. And even some items, some history, like the Ottoman Empire sultans also had some historical communication with the Aceh sultans 450 years ago. So many info like that. Also, even I asked like a rupiah for my money collection from my friends. Also, even I have 75,000 rupiahs edition money in your country. Even I have it. I asked that from my friends, and they sent me. And also my watch on my arm is an Indonesian brand.
Oh yeah?
It's Indonesian brand. So everything, almost everything, I can say everything about Indonesia. That's my job. It's aku tahu Indonesia dari Aceh sampai Papua.
Ya, oke. Mas, atau bisa tambahin mungkin yang tadi tidak dijelasin oleh Mas Kadir, Mbak Afifah?
Jadi karena di tahun 2019 itu ada kerjasama dan alhamdulillah dari waktu ke waktu mulai meningkat pekerjaannya. Jadi tidak hanya bekerja sama dengan satu orang saja, tetapi sampai 20.
Oh, banyak ya?
How many?
Yeah.
Your workers on that side?
I'm seven worker during 9 months.
Oh iya, jadi ada beberapa teman yang juga bekerja sama, dan karena saat itu Mas Kadir sama sekali belum bisa bahasa Indonesia, tetapi karena dengan pekerjaan itu yang mengikat satu sama lain, jadi tertarik untuk belajar bahasa. Dan karena memang punya ketertarikan sendiri untuk belajar bahasa, jadi meskipun sudah bisa berbahasa asing yang lain beberapa, juga ini sambil masih belajar bahasa Indonesia.
Ya, Mas Kadir, which
Itu sudah cukup untuk mengerti semua konversasi dengan bahasa Indo, tapi dengan waktu insya Allah aku ingin memperbaiki dengan Zaha juga dengan semua teman dari Indonesia.
tapi menurut Anda itu bahasa Indonesia termasuk relatif mudah dipelajari apa sulit untuk dipelajari dibandingkan bahasa-bahasa asing yang Anda kuasai yang lain?
Grammatically, there is no hardness on this language because it's like I express it like a puzzle language. Aku suka makan nasi and aku sudah makan nasi. It's almost like only one word more, one word less. That's why it's not like a grammatic like Spanish, grammatic like Arabic or English. That's why, on my perspective, even Turkish is third hardest language in the world. That's why, if I compare Turkish and Bahasa, of course, it's easy process for learning.
Ya, Mas Kadir, which place in Indonesia your favorite so far and why?
In Indonesia, I didn't visit all Indonesia. I cannot make an exact choice. If I say Bandung, I make a pity position for Jakarta. If I say Jakarta, I feel pity for Bandung. I cannot make a comparing. I'm foreigner. I cannot on this position to compare about cities. But I travel Jakarta so much, even north, south, east, and west part. I visited different countries, more than almost 10 countries. Jakarta, real capital, like myself like a real presenting the country. That's why if I just compare the cities that I visited, I can say Jakarta is my favorite until now.
Jakarta is a big city, but Kebumen is small city. Why did came to Kebumen?
Why I came to a small city? I am an adventurous person about my travels. I don't like only luxury, light, and big things. I also like to see other side of metal. That's why even it's start from Morocco and Spain. I also visited very small cities, small locations, even villages. That's why I made a random investigation about which city can satisfy me about my view. I saw Jakarta, alhamdulillah, but what is the opposite side? Like a real people, real nature, even animals on the street. Which one? And generally my investigations show that Kebumen is a good example to satisfy me about my adventure side.
Pak Arifah bisa dibantu untuk menjelaskan pada teman Mas FM?
Bandung just arrived. I didn't have a lot of time for visit. I just came and just had a dinner. Maybe after visit I can make a new upgrading about my perspective. But so far it's still Kebumen.
Oke, Mbak Arifah.
Ya, jadi kenapa lebih suka dengan kota-kota kecil seperti Kebumen dan mungkin Bandung, seperti kami di sini di Bandung juga sedang mencari pengalaman, tetapi kalau di sini kita ke media, kalau di sini kita ada percobaan untuk sektor dagang, tapi masih namanya proses, kami masih memulai dari nol, tanya-tanya dan cari-cari peluang. Dan selalu Mas Kadir itu bilang kalau Jakarta itu semuanya ditelan.
Oh, semua ada di sana ya.
Apapun yang masuk ya, dan ya banyak banget persaingan dan mungkin juga sudah banyak orang yang berkecimpung di sana. Tapi Mas Kadir lebih suka untuk membantu orang-orang yang mungkin jarang disentuh dengan orang-orang yang karena mungkin secara materi itu ya, kalau masih di kota-kota kecil masih agak susah, tetapi Mas Kadir memang tidak fokus di sana, hanya ingin membantu dan juga ingin menggali juga tentang potensi dan juga kemampuan dari Mas Kadir dan juga ingin bekerja sama sebetulnya.
Oke, Mas Kadir, kita akan break dulu sebentar untuk mendengarkan beberapa pesan berikut ini. Kita kembali setelah kita dengarkan yang berikut ini. Masih terus di Dialog Solusi bersama dengan Mas Kadir dari Turki. Ya, kembali lagi di Dialog Solusi bersama dengan saya Anton Yudhistira, bersama dengan traveler dari Turki, Mas Kadir. Masih sampai jam 10 malam kita punya waktu cukup untuk bisa ngobrol-ngobrol sedikit dengan Mas Kadir. Baik, Mas Kadir, stay. What have been the most memorable experience in Indonesia so far?
What's the best experience? Actually, there's so many. I cannot pick only one experience like completely, but generally I can say that generally, if I need to answer it like a general perspective, people are so polite, and whenever they see me as a foreigner, they always try to help me about any view. Even I'm alone in the street, even with my friends, somehow they show their big hospitality and they show big respect. And anytime some people offer free drinks, free foods, and even they ask something like much more goodness that touch my heart. On that view, I cannot say maybe uniquely one topic, but generally, I may say that the good side and the hospitable side of Indonesian people, even big cities, even small cities, it's same.
Mbak Viva.
Iya, jadi secara umum pengalaman yang paling terkesan sama Mas Kadir itu tentang keramahan orang Indonesia, baik di kota besar di Jakarta atau bahkan di kota-kota kecil itu ketika butuh kita mungkin bingung gitu ya jalan kemana atau mungkin butuh bantuan, selalu orang-orang itu tanpa ragu langsung bantu gitu. Jadi mungkin ini yang sangat membedakan dengan karakter atau mungkin budaya orang di sana.
Oke. Mas Kadir, is there any Indonesian culture and tradition that you find particularly interesting for different from Turkey?
Yeah. Actually, first interesting things about city that I like Aceh traditional dance. I don't know the name exactly, but it looks a lot of people make same combined movement in the same time. It makes me amazed. Even in 2018 Asian Olympic Games opening ceremony, Jokowi managed a big group, must be more than 3,000 girls, made this Aceh dance. It was a bit light show, of course. It was amazing moments that even I watched that in live and on YouTube again. It was amazing. And second things, if I need to give example like a more casual things, it is there is some people on the street, even they are not police or not like a security or something, but they show some open ways to cars, and even without not writing contract, drivers give the guys like 1,000 or 2,000 rupiah money. Like, it is kind of casual job for these people. It's made me a little bit smile also, because it's goodness. Of course, the guy doesn't expect anything particularly, but somehow the driver, because of his help, give him his respect side and give him 1,000, 2,000 rupiah. That's good unwritten contact between driver and that guy. It took these things, and I remember right now.
Okay.
Jadi hal yang pertama disukai itu ada acara opening Asian Games yang pakai tarian saman itu.
Oh, dari Aceh.
Beberapa orang.
Ya.
Ya, nah itu sampai ditonton berkali-kali sama Mas Kadir. Kemudian yang kedua, waktu di bulan Juni kemarin pertama kali ke sini ke Jakarta, karena memang di Turki tidak ada seperti bayar parkir. Kemudian yang kedua, orang-orang yang bantu di tengah jalan, bantu orang lalu lintas dan kita kasih uang itu di sana sekali nggak ada. Jadi, iya.
Tapi menarik ya itu, meskipun mungkin agak sedikit terganggu karena beda budaya gitu ya, di sana nggak ada gitu ya. Oke, Mas Kadir, tadi makanan sudah makanan. Apa tantangan terbesar yang pernah dialami Mas Kadir selama travel di Indonesia?
My difficulties. It can firstly I can say that it's about climates. My country is not so humid, hot country. We are a Mediterranean country. That's why sometimes we have just regular raining period and regular dry period. So when I go out with t-shirts, I know that day there is no rain. But in Mason climate, raining is kind of random period. Maybe local people know Mason period, but for me it's kind of random. So when I go out with t-shirt, I can face with raining. When I go out with umbrella, I don't see any raining. Maybe it's one of the first cute detail for Indonesia. Maybe for me it's not a problem, but maybe some people who has sensitive stomach, some spicy food level can be a little bit like a poke their stomach about spicy. Yeah, it's delicious. It makes the food much more delicious for me or for some people of my perspective, but for different people it can be a little bit like sensible. For sensitive people it can be hardness that I can not do things for now.
Yang pertama tantangannya adalah cuaca. Jadi karena di sana kan 4 musim, di kita 2 musim, dan sementara perbedaannya di kita panasnya itu lembab. Nah, kalau di sana itu panasnya panas kering. Jadi kalau di sini mungkin panasnya dibandingkan dengan musim panas di sana kita hanya berapa derajat, tetapi kita karena lembab jadi sering berkeringat.
Berkeringat ya.
Jadi itu yang pertama. Yang kedua masalah makanan pedas. Jadi
spicy.
Memang karena di sana jarang atau memang bukan budayanya suka makan makanan pedas seperti kita, itu cukup susah waktu awal-awal di sini.
Okay, Mas Kadir, what's your overall impression of Indonesia?
There's so many things for discover until now. I'm not on that position that say something like so big about Indonesia. I'm just aku cuma satu bule. I'm not a big person to criticize about Indonesia, but whoever listen that conversation right now, like a foreigner and interested about Asian country or maybe particularly Indonesia, they no need to lose any time. They should come and start to discover because there's a lot of island, a lot of beauty, a lot of animal, a lot of things to deserve to discover, and they should come and start maybe from Papua, maybe from Manado, from Aceh or anywhere. They must come and start anyway to discover. And I love that country, and I will keep discovering this country with help of my friends.
Oke, Mbak Aifa.
Ya, ini masih tersambung ya Pak ya?
Masih. Sebentar. Masih tersambung masih.
Iya. Jadi kalau untuk mengkritisi karena Mas Kadir merasa sebatas orang asing, jadi sebetulnya bukan pada tempatnya mengkritisi ya atau memberi saran dan sebagainya, tetapi mungkin melihat dari perbedaan karakter dan juga mentalitas orang-orang Indonesia dan Turki itu sangat jauh berbeda, di mana mungkin kalau di Indonesia kita lebih suka berada di zona nyaman, sementara kalau di sana itu masalah kerja dan mentalitas rajin dan disiplin itu cukup tinggi gitu. Jadi mungkin melihat orang-orang di sini kenapa dengan keadaan yang mungkin sebetulnya bisa kalau mau terus berjuang dan berusaha, karena Mas Kadir juga memulai semuanya dari nol, bukan yang menemukan satu pekerjaan. Ini Mas Kadir kan sebetulnya memang ada kerja, tetapi tidak suka berada di satu zona nyaman dan selalu mengeksplor dan mencoba mencari pengalaman, mengembangkan hobi-hobinya, dan barangkali mungkin di situ juga bisa membantu orang-orang sekitar, mungkin di Indonesia juga atau di Kebumen.
Okay, the last question. Any message or advice for our listeners who want to start traveling or visit Turkey?
Firstly, they must, if they want to do it like adventure, they must learn something fundamental about the country, because food culture and maybe some fundamental behaviors is different between Indonesia and Turkey. Some things looks soft in Turkey, but maybe it can be weird in Indonesia, and maybe opposite. They can make a fundamental investigation about Turkey. And big cities, crowded cities is not a good choice for starting to travel. Everybody likes and everybody knows Istanbul, everybody knows Ankara, but we have 81 cities in this good country, and even we are so close, different geographically beautiful countries also. I don't recommend to people start with Istanbul who will come to Turkey the first time. There are so many good and better options. Food and population, more or less. It can be, if they need to make a good investigation. Yeah, if there are, of course, like all countries, there's goodness and badness about in all countries. No need to choose in first option. They must investigate it clearly. Even I did Azerbaijan before, and I have been cheated and tricked 3 times. For Spain, I have been cheated 4 times, 5 times. And with time, I learned how to find true people, how to continue the traveling through people, even survive alone. That's why learning something with experience is so expensive, Sam, yeah? And so before they come in their safe zone, they must make a good investigation, good searching, because some experience can be more expensive than they expect.
Jadi pada intinya yang pertama harus mencari tahu dulu tentang tujuan destinasinya, terus tempat-tempatnya di sana dan semua kita mengkalkulasi gitu ya. Itu yang pertama sebelum datang ke sana. Kemudian yang kedua, Mas Kadir kurang merekomendasikan untuk hanya mengunjungi Istanbul, karena di situ tempat paling ramai bahkan dibandingkan dengan ibu kotanya
Ankara.
Yang di Ankara. Jadi di situ banyak sekali orang-orang mungkin mengambil keuntungan dari orang-orang asing, artinya kita mudah ditipu dan sebagainya. Jadi dan rekomendasinya coba untuk mengunjungi tempat-tempat lain, dan sebetulnya masih banyak tempat-tempat yang bagus yang tidak hanya di Istanbul saja.
Oke. Mbak Iva, Mas Kadir, thank you for sharing your story with us. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Terima kasih untuk sama juga.
Oke, terima kasih, sukses terus untuk Mas Kadir dan Mbak Iva. Mudah-mudahan kapan-kapan bisa mampir lagi ke studio Radio Masyam seperti tadi siang. Sebenarnya rencananya tadi siang kita ngobrol-ngobrol ya, tapi karena Mas Kadir harus ke Bandung dengan kereta, jadi kita nggak bisa cukup leluasa untuk ngobrol. Juni kita ketemu lagi, Mas. Ya, sekali lagi terima kasih, sukses ya. Baik.
Sama-sama, Pak. Terima kasih banyak.
Terima kasih, sukses dan selamat kembali lagi ke Turki.